Here's the plan. We'll trap him in the net.
Spray him in the eyes. It won't work.
Why?
Too many steps. See, that's why you only have a plan with one step.
Action!
I want to go to Perth, Australia. I've never been to Australia. I'm dying to go.
Man, it looks a lot like the background behind you there. Sunny beaches.
I know.
Not too many palm trees.
Is it all blue? Because that's all I see is a blue screen.
And now tell me, how do you feel about a destination wedding?
I think it's smart, actually, because it sort of eliminates some of the riffraff. Because
Yeah.
I just got married recently, and you have to invite everybody.
Yeah.
And in a destination wedding, you can invite everybody, but only so many they got to really like you to come. So I think it makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, I mean, barring being invaded by pirates, what could go wrong?
What's the worst destination wedding you've ever been to?
I think, I like I said, I just got married recently, and some would say who were invited to my wedding from afar, who came in from New York or California to Fargo, North Dakota, they might say that was the worst destination wedding. The wedding itself was great, but I don't think any of them were like dying to go to Fargo, even though it's an amazing town.
And that wasn't because you're a groomzilla in real life.
No, I'm not really anything like that. I was very much about like wanting it to be a good time.
Yeah.
My wife was very involved in the details and wanted to know, like, what the flower arrangements on the table and the napkins and all the silver, all that. I was like, I don't care about any of that. I just want to make sure we got a kick-ass band and everybody has a good time at the end of it.
Yeah, awesome. And now let's talk J-Lo. Obviously, everyone knows she's awesome. What is she like as a scene partner?
She's so cool. She really is. She's so chill. She is a really hard worker. She's always prepared. You can tell that she's done the work before she showed up.
On my count, 10, 9.
Why are you counting from 10? What is this, a rocket launch?
Okay, fine. On 4.
But I think more than any of that, she's a very kind human. She really is. She's very respectful of all the people around. I don't care if it was the janitor on the set or the top executive producer. She treats everybody the same, and I think that's a good barometer on what kind of a person somebody is. And she's really, really special.
Awesome. And you shot this, of course, in the DR. It's hot, it's humid, probably a lot of scenes in a swimming pool, semi-submerged. What was the hardest day of shooting?
The hardest day of shooting was, there weren't many, because it was one of the most fun experiences I've had making a movie, truly. I don't know if it's the cast or the co-star or the location, whatever it was an awesome time. But there was a couple days that were really, really hot. It was the day we were shooting the scene where the go-kart's about to go, or the golf cart's about to go over the cliff.
Yeah.
It took us a couple of days to shoot. It was very technical. We had to make sure that nobody actually went over the cliff. And there wasn't a lot of cover, so you're kind of exposed those couple of days. But listen, I've shoveled rock for a living, and this was not that.
That's good. And the film, as you mentioned, has a lot of action. It's got some heart and actually, genuinely good gags. Like, what appealed to you most about a project that had so many different facets to what you had to do as a performer?
That's what I loved about it, I think, is because it felt a little bit different. It wasn't a romantic comedy, although it was romantic and it was funny. It felt a little bit elevated, maybe a little bit more broad, which I love. I have a ridiculously stupid sense of humor. It also had really cool action stuff, but stuff that was like, really? So he gets sucked into a parachute with a smiley face and ends up like getting destroyed, like chopped into bits. But like they really went for it. They really committed to it. And I think that the idea of making an old school sort of big action comedy romance movie was something that I hadn't seen much of recently, and I just had to be a part of it.
Yeah, man. Awesome. It was a fun film. I think it's going to keep you from having to go back to digging up rocks for a few years. So all the best, man. It's really great to talk to you.
Good interview, man. Good questions. Appreciate
that.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just, I looked over there and I saw the blood, and, I think I saw some brain. Was that brain
Yeah.
stuff?
Well, you know what? Maybe we should let's just step away from the scene.